in the exhibit bundle, and we'll get to that, that might probably shed further light or assist Honorable Malema further in relation to the hospital tender. That judgment that was granted in Northwest in relation to that tender is part of the exhibit bundle, and I'd also like to deal with it further at a later stage. I'm just mentioning it for you to note. I'd like us to continue to paragraph 60, and with paragraph 60, which deals with General Khan, I'd also want to request that you open up your annexure bundle BM4, which refers to this transcript where the plot against General Khan was recorded.
BM4.
BM4, it's on page 16. So before we get into it, just on General Khan, yeah?
Index.
It's the black bundle, the
index.
black,
Oh, the black,
Yeah.
sorry.
page 16,
16.
yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
So just to put on record, General Khan, how well do you know him, and what is your relationship with General Khan
During the recording,
at any given point, and how long have you known him?
I've known the name General Khan in the intelligence sector and I didn't know him. Even when I conducted this 252A, I didn't know him. I got to meet General Khan once with my handler after these recordings and everything were done. He just said, he was in the car. He said, "Here's General Khan," and I greeted him, and that was the last time I met him. That was the last time I saw him.
Now, in BM4, before we get into the content of it and deal with your engagement with General Mkhwanazi in relation to General Khan, now there is a transcript on page 16. This plot against General Khan, I believe that this is supposed to be a recording, and you've referred to it earlier, a recording of a conversation with a witness that was supposed to testify at the disciplinary hearing of General Khan.
That's correct.
Now, on top of the page, the parties are not clearly described. It's just reference is made to main 1, main 2, main 3. Were you one of the parties?
That's correct.
Which one are you?
I must just remember. I think I'm men 2.
You main 2. Are you able to identify the other ones?
No, cannot identify. Let me just confirm. I cannot. I know the person. That's the person I requested not to give his name in public. I know the person. The number, all 3, all 1, 2, 3. I know all of that. I know number 1 and number 3.
You indicate which of the 3 was going to be the witness?
Number 1.
Number 1. And the role of number 3?
Wait. We work with the. I must. Something which talks of me, a minister, that's what defines me in that part. The other But the other man, like I said, is also a colonel. When we did the thing, he was present. And if you check the affidavit to Ludi Schnell, that the person is also appearing there as number. As I must just confirm through something if really I'm number one or number two. Someone. Yeah, then yeah, I think I'm him. No, I'm number 3. Number 1 is the witness. Number 2 is the colonel I was with. That's correct. Yeah, I'm number 3. Yes, something I remember I've said.
Okay, so when you discuss, when you say in paragraph 60 that you made a reference to General Khan specifically and wanted to create the perception that I know of the plot against Major General Khan to have him dismissed. If you were engaging with the witness and it seems that you did in fact know of such a plot, it is more than just creating the perception that you know. If you were in discussions with the witness who was asked to fabricate allegations.
Yes. No, when I say I didn't know General Khan, indeed I didn't know General Khan. I knew him in this intelligence circle, but I also knew of this General Khan. It also came to the media that he was being given a notice of disciplinary hearing and so forth. I knew that he was going to be subjected to disciplinary hearing.
So how did you know about it? General Khan he's in KZN. Is he stationed in KZN? Where is he?
No.
What is his
supposed to
position?
Somewhere in Groote. He's a major general, but I think he's
No,
in
where is he stationed? In what division?
I cannot confirm. I don't know.
So how did you become involved in this?
No, remember, here's a witness who says, talking to that other person, and this person brings this colonel I was with. Now, the colonel knows that who am I? He knows, and he's also close to my handler. Now, the colonel cannot tell another colonel that if you give us this information, we'll give you promotion. He cannot do that. He had to get someone neutral and come there and say, no, I can do this for you. That time it was me to give me that information. Now, after he told me, that's when I told my handler, and then we applied for these processes. So I didn't know, it was just a task.
No, sorry, I'm not sure I got the explanation. How you keep referring this person. It's not clear how you...
Man one is the witness.
No, this is prior to the recording, because you
Yes.
must have obviously have known about this before you decided to record.
Yes.
Because there was a whole 25A that happened, I believe, before this recording took place, isn't it? That's what you told us earlier.
Yeah, it was done.
The
in
25A was to
preparation.
record this.
Yes.
So prior to all of this happening,
Yes.
how did you get involved in this whole thing?
Like I said in intelligence circle, there's no way, how can I put this? Let me give it in this way. You remember when General Mokonas was talking, he said, I told him a head of intelligence in KZN was retiring in his statement. That's what he said. In intelligence circle, you will know something. It's not, and I didn't even know the name of that head of intelligence. You will know something about someone. You will know there is a particular general. You'll know him, but not that you interact with him or you know the general. No, I didn't know him. But we heard that there was this truck passed somewhere at some. Obviously, my handler knew this general. He'll talk about him, and the co-handler will talk about him. They know each other, but I'm not meeting with any general.
Are you saying your handler gets you involved in everything that he hears about without coming to you with a proper briefing about what this operation is about so that you can have proper background? Because now every time you talk about an investigation, I've heard, no, we don't get a sense of a proper briefing that will contextualize or that will give proper background to the investigations that you were conducted.
Yeah, obviously, Chairperson, if I have to do that, it means it will take very long to say it was Monday, at 9 o'clock, he came with papers and he was trying to brief me. No, I'm giving you an information that you are able to comprehend. I'm saying if this handler comes to me and say, there is this information about so-and-so who wants to tell to be able to give him what you want. That's where I fit in. I don't need to know who's, because it's like now you ask me like about general. Let me give example about my handler. I don't know the name of his wife. I don't know his kids. I don't know anything about him, but I know he's my handler. I work with him.
So what made you to get closer to the event? Why did you get closer to the event? Why did you participate in this?
A job is a job. Even if it was General Jumbo, if it was General whoever, if the task says let's say it was a colonel or whoever, I will still participate if there's a task that I'm able to do. Doesn't necessarily mean it's supposed to be General Khan for me to participate. You won't believe I was so surprised when I saw him. I thought they were referring to someone very huge, and it was the first time I saw him. He was sitting in the car.
Okay, let's maybe briefly go through the recording and some of the discussions that you had in relation to General Khan. If I could just refer you to page 17. But before we do that, have you had any prior dealings with witness one, who is the person who was going to come and testify against General Khan? And what made you believe that he was credible enough to want to participate? Why is it that you could, just by him saying, I've been asked to fabricate facts, decide to go and get involved? Did you know him? And could you attest to his credibility?
Yeah, in operations, you don't necessarily go with the feeling of getting involved. Here's the man. I'm a witness against General so-and-so. I'm being told to fabricate lies to get him dismissed. I believe that this is a wake-up call alone. You will participate.
Okay, so witness one appears to have had quite a bit to say while you were talking to him about this disciplinary hearing which he was going to testify at. And some of the things that he says seems to be quite alarming. And I just maybe thought we could use this opportunity as well to maybe hear your views on it, because these are senior police officials talking about divisions within the police, and it seems to raise some red flags. So on page 17, you have the witness say, DPCI is a cartel, and now my issue, I'm going to be a bit, the ANC and the minister, I don't know who is their people. even if the minister can go back to them, they can open the system even tomorrow, things that have happened. The minister, if he wants, he can go to you. I don't know what you've experienced. What does that mean? DPCI is a cartel.
Number one was giving his frustrations, and the reason he wanted a post, according to him, he qualified. That's why if you go to the other paragraph, he says he had qualified, but they didn't appoint him, and all those things have been closed. And then he said, no, even if the minister can go back to them, they can open the system even tomorrow. Things that have happened. The minister, if he wants, he can give that to you. I don't know what you have experienced. You know, he's telling me how I must talk to the minister and see to it that he opened this opportunity for him so that he can be appointed.
The other thing that I've noticed about this particular witness is you mentioned the Rustenburg operation that happened, and that people were lying on the ground.
Yes.
In Northwest. Now, this witness is also referring to this, and it
Yeah.
seems that it was his operation and not yours.
Yes.
Because he's talking about management 1:10 in the morning, and he's talking about the firearms that were not verified.
Yes.
But in your statement, you say it's your operation.
Yes.
So
But
why is that?
If you check the statement, the first thing I said is I knew the person because I operated with him before.
Sorry?
If you check the statement, I did say I knew the person was there. From where we were reading, me and you, from the Madlanga statement, check it. I did mention I knew him because he operated before.
In paragraph 100, you talk about this. You talk about this, actually from paragraph 99 and 100 onwards. You say, I was part of the operation during 2024 where 15 suspects were apprehended
Yeah.
and firearms were seized.
Yeah, but prior to that, it doesn't, I don't have Madlanga.
But this is this guy's operation.
Chairperson, I'm trying to explain. Maybe because if we have Madlanga thing, remember before we could reach where we are, we also touched on Madlanga.
Okay.
It is in the statement of Madlanga that I knew this person because we operated together before. It's there. It's not that it is a statement. And secondly, you just gave me an opportunity to say, did I know about it or what? I could have said, yes, I only knew about it. I operated with him before. And then part of the attachment, there is a arrest statement where he wrote about the operation and the docket and everything.
But why would you ask him in the reason for the release if you were part of this operation?
Because now I wanted this colonel to hear this thing because I also had a problem about it because he didn't know about it.
Where is witness one stationed, or would you be giving away too much information?
Where is what?
Where is witness one stationed? What is in which division is he?
Yeah, but it's exactly what I told you. Some information when you give a background to know the exact person. But it is there on the statement. I wish you could look at it without mentioning it is there. Even it is abbreviated on that thing. And even in the station is there, in the statement, on the annexures. I think is there.
Well, it's just if you look at the paragraph page 19 of the annexure bundle and the conversation around this particular operation, it seems that you were engaging with him and you were asking, are there firearms from security? It looks like you were hearing this for the first time, the manner in which you engage with this witness in relation to the events that happened.
No, I was leading him to tell the person I was with, because the guy is also from crime intelligence, and there was no way I could tell him this number 3. There was no way I could tell him about that particular operation. Well, if you get the statement from the arrest, he'll tell you of the person who had the source, and you see the description of the source, and he's one of the people who can corroborate about that particular thing.
Where will we get that?
Kerry, he is available to corroborate that as to my involvement. I was not at the scene like I told you, but he can give you the exact.
So what was your role in this operation?
It's when you know the place, when you know the person who was complaining, because it was that operation is in my province, is where I come from. If some few police officers were complaining about these Samazamas, how they do their things.
So what was your role?
Is to tell him, if you are able to bring a manpower, come this side, meet this police person, and he has information, then they meet, they start talking, and they bring the manpower and arrest the people. That's the information you give. I was not on site, I was not there.
Okay. '23, I think this is where they start making reference to, where the witness starts making reference to the plot against General Khan. And he says, he refers to a Major General Kumalo.
It's page 23.
Yeah, page 23.
And then where's that?
So Major General Kumalo, who is Major General Kumalo and what was his role? Page 23 of the transcript, of the bundle.
Yeah, General Kumalo is the Major General from the KZN, and according to the information that time, he was the employer rep in the case, in the hearing.
He was the employer representative.
That's correct.
Okay. And then he said that it was Major General Kumalo, or rather, I never spoke to this is what the witness says, I never spoke to you can't hear what he says. I was consulting with the Major General. He told me after consulting with us, he said we must get rid of Khan and I must give feedback about this. So is he saying that Major General Kumalo asked him to get rid of Khan? Is that what he's trying to say there?
I don't get where you are now.
It's towards the bottom. It's the bottom. It starts with man 1. I never spoke.
Yes.
Do you see that?
I was consulting, yes. Yes, I can see that.
I was consulting with the Major General. He told me after consulting with us, he said we must get rid of Khan. Is that Major General Kumalo?
That's correct.
Okay. And so it continues on page 24, where it talks about crime intelligence and how it's not good there. But the plot continues on page 25, where you promise or you made undertakings that you're going to try and give him a promotion because he was asking for something.
And it's at the bottom also?
Yes, it's towards the bottom. It says, but this is coming from Mentu. Write an email to the minister to say this is what happened. I've got a grievance, this issue. I'm aggrieved because of XYZ, and I'm requesting your assistance in my matter. He will sort the rest out for you. What does that mean?
Yeah, I read the email to the minister to say this is what happened. No. Now, if you check prior in above, page 25, there's box number main 3, main 1, main 3, main 1. On main 1 again, he said, what's in for me? I suffered, you know, I've been a lieutenant colonel for 15 years. But now, no, but we will make a deal. I know 16 years. I can make it for you tomorrow. You know the deal is what I want. Do you remember the grievance for not being appointed for the post here? This is where I said he has also applied for the post, he was not appointed, and the minister can reopen that opportunity, that job for him, and he get appointed. So here, that's when I was advised to write the email about that grievance so that we can get the minister to sort him out.
And was this something that the minister was in fact aware of?
No.
Did you engage the minister about this?
No, there's no way you can engage him. In fact, even the minister, when he saw this, he couldn't believe. He was very angry.
Did the minister see it?
After Madam,
Did you get in touch with the minister to discuss this?
No,
You said
not
he was very
necessarily.
angry.
Yeah, very, very angry. I heard from Ngabinde when he said, how do you do all these things? And it's unfortunate, I can tell you, should there be another operation having the name of anyone, if it brings what can save the country or anyone from being done anything to, I can do it again.
Okay. Now, on page 29 to page 31.
Honorable Scosa.
Thank you, Chair. I think what the evidence